Well, good morning from Las Vegas, Nevada and SHOT Show 2023. This is the last day of SHOT Show, and in this video I want to give you a closer look at the Marlin Model 336 and the Model 1894 from Ruger. Highly anticipated guns, and yes, they did bring them to SHOT Show this year, and so I've gotten to take a close look. And if you'll stick around later in the video, Austin and I have actually had the privilege of shooting the Marlin 336 Classic. But rather than me talk a lot, I'm going to introduce you to Eric Lindgren, and he is the product manager for Marlin Firearms, and he'll introduce you to the Marlin Model 336. Hey, I'm here today with Eric Lindgren at the Ruger booth, and we're going to talk about the new Marlins that the new models that you've introduced.
Yep. And
this is the 336.
The 336 Classic. You know, we're very excited to get this out.
Yeah.
Mainly because we've been building 4570s for a year and a half, and we're ready for something new here. This is the 336 Classic, and of course it comes with black walnut, a nice classic checkering, and then a nice new pistol grip.
Different there, yeah. I noticed that.
With a little horse and rider medallion in the middle. No, it's a classic, the classic bullseye, which has been in these guns since 1922. But we changed it from black to red. There used to be a lot of vertical lines on these from polishing, and we, a lot of people think they should be there. So we diminished them. They're still there, very, very, very light, but we have a really nice uniform blued finish on it.
So that was the Marlin Model 336 Classic with a 20-inch barrel. And as I said earlier, if you'll stick around just for a few minutes, Austin and I are going to shoot another sample of that gun. And what a pleasure it was. But I know a lot of you guys and girls are wondering, when will they actually hit the shelves? I'll let Eric talk about that. So you're almost ready on this. I think your original goal was to be 1st of December when you and I talked about it.
Right. We had a couple of issues really with some of the wood area, particularly the cap. I think we've worked through all that. We think we're really, really close to a launch. It's probably the next few weeks, maybe sooner.
So the Marlin Model 336 Classic is really close. The 1894 a little bit behind, but when it's going to be actually be on the shelves, we'll talk about in a few minutes. But as you can tell, this offering from Ruger does not have a threaded barrel. Let's see what Eric has to say about that. And this, unlike the guide, which came out with a wood tone finish and blued receiver and barrel, this actually has a polished receiver where the guide gun had a satin receiver, right?
Right, that's right.
And here's a question, will you guys offer a Skew down the road maybe where that's threaded?
Possibly. You know what, if our customers want it, I mean, it would be awful easy to do.
Yeah.
So, and we will thread a lot of the guns that we make. We're going to thread them. But on our traditional guns, I think we'll probably have a Skew without.
Initially 30-30.
Yes.
Still thinking about the 35 Remington. I know that was Chris Calloy had mentioned 35 Remington in his first interview that I saw. Is that still maybe a possibility?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You know, we're not saying no to anything yet. Really, because we're just getting the platforms up and running. Once you make the platform, this 336, then you can kind of move it out into other directions, other configurations, so stainless steel, shorter barrels, longer barrels, octagon barrels. So, I mean, really, we're going to move forward without any blinders on.
So it looks like there'll eventually be a Skew for a threaded barrel. And if you listen carefully, he mentioned that there could be shorter barrel lengths, longer barrel lengths, and one that I was particularly interested in was the possibility that they will actually have an octagonal barrel. So this one's a little farther out, isn't it?
A little bit.
Okay.
But this spring 2023, you should see this gun.
But this is the original. I had one of these. I think I told you yesterday or day before yesterday. I had one of these that I bought when I was in the Army in 1972.
Right.
Stupid me, I sold it.
Yeah. Should never sell guns.
Yeah, you should never sell guns. But I'm really. This is the one I am most excited about of all the guns you guys have down the pike. Is this 1894 44 Magnum, because one, it fills a hole something I let go a long time ago, but also it is a fantastic, small, easy to shoot, fun gun.
Yeah, it is.
But it had a problem, and I think it was labeled the dreaded Marlin Jam. And you guys are, I'm sure, are aware of that, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
And so tell me a little bit about that.
The dreaded Marlin Jam is a term that everybody knows, but what the jam is when I'm online and I'm reading people, any kind of feeding every kind of feeding problem, it's the dreaded Marlin Jam.
Yeah.
You know, some people think it's the wear at the bottom of the carrier.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, and that's what I think as well. So, but yeah, we've I think we have solved some of that just by doing the hardening on our metals.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. One of the great things, Bruce Rosem is an engineer that was at Marlin in North Haven, and when he's with us, and so when Ruger bought Marlin, he had the institutional knowledge from way back, and was able to help solve problems like that. So he's been fantastic to have on the program.
Awesome.
And still does provide us with a lot of expertise from back in the day.
So I can't wait for that model 1894 44 Magnum. Now a lot of you have talked about the lack of availability of these guns on the shelf. And if you watch one of my earlier videos, Chris Calloy commented about how they would ramp up slowly. But I thought I would let Mr. Lundgren talk about their how things are going now and what we can anticipate in the future. So last question I want to ask, it shows up every time I post a Marlin video, people are griping that the guns aren't available, but you guys are making them as fast as you can, right?
Right now we've got the 95 336 line up and running. Those are run on the same line. The 94 line is just about ready to start running on. That's a completely separate line. So they will both have their own capacity limits.
And that's because you have a square bolt design, totally different than the round bolt.
And the receiver's a little smaller.
Right.
You need all new fixturing and that type of thing. But yeah, we are making them as fast as we can. We're not up to full capacity, but we're getting really close on the 95 336 line, but we're getting close. And we're trying to take out a slow ramp up in production so that we continue to do things right and not make mistakes.
So now let's put on our eyes and ears and head right out back there to the Milo indoor range that they brought and shoot a few rounds with the Marlin Model 336 Classic and maybe another gun.
Okay.
All right. Also, we recording?
You're good.
Hey, before I shoot, and I haven't chambered around yet, but it really is beautiful. And you're saying this is going to kind of be
That's
standard?
going to be standard production wood.
Wow.
That's what I've been told.
Okay.
I mean, look at the figure in that.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing furniture.
Because it's a classic rifle, and they're kind of bringing it back to the nostalgia, folks.
Yep. And the fit and finish here is just
Oh yeah, look at that. You can hardly fit a human hair between the metal and the wood.
You just really, that is fantastic.
It's nice. And that's the part of the problem with our Marlins, is the CEO dictated you're going to make them right or you're not going to make them.
Okay.
Yeah, no, those are nice rifles.
All right, here we go, Austin.
January.
Didn't fly.
Good shot. Both of them in the red.
All right. I think they fine-tuned the extractor so that it wouldn't send them across the
Across the
room.
countryside.
So you have to dig them in the grass 10 yards behind you.
If you're a reloader, you hate that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we hate it. We sure do.
That gun has fired about 350 rounds in the last couple days. I haven't cleaned it, I haven't oiled it, I want to see what's going to happen if we ever...
Really?
Yeah, I just want to see if it's going to get gummy and lock up or not. I mean, you can look at the bolt and you see the...
Yeah. Yep.
You want to try it?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay.
Slide around here.
I've been using this thing so much I wore the battery out. I had the batteries in it. Low, 6 o'clock. Right, 6 o'clock into 10 right.
I was really worried about how bad that was going to hurt.
Oh.
Austin, you want to shoot anything else?
I'd like to shoot that 5.7 by 28. I think.
Okay. Let me get you some ammo.
So you're in the upper 2,000 foot per second range with this.
Yeah, it's over 2,000 feet per second out of this barrel.
Wow.
And there's some of the FN ammunition in the red box. It's a hollow point bullet that has I think it's an aluminum core. That stuff goes about 150 or so feet per second faster. Okay, let me give you a rundown on how the gun works.
Yep.
You got a collapsible stock, of course.
Yep.
You got to adjust the stock for the length of pull,
Yep.
if you like longer, short, or whatever. Your safety is ambidextrous,
Okay.
either side of the gun. And our recommendation is when you charge the gun, you know, if the bolt is back, it'll lock on the last shot. Don't use the bolt stop. Our philosophy is that is only there to stop the bolt when the magazine's empty.
Okay.
After you put a fresh magazine in it, you run the bolt all the way to the rear as far as it'll go, then let it go.
Okay.
Magazine's in place, safety is on.
Thanks, sir.
It's all yours. Let me get out of your way here.
No problem. You don't mind going worldwide with your face, do you?
But
Jerry,
cute.
thank you very much.
you're more than welcome, sir.
Big help. Thank you.
Cartridge.
Rich?
You got it, fellas.
Good. Marlin 336 Classic. What a great gun, and I wish we could have fired that gun till the barrel melted down, as Johnny Horton said. But I'm really excited about both the 336 Classic, which we should see soon, and the Model 1894. Get both of those guns down to the range, ring them out, really take a close look at them in the privacy of our range, if you will. But I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Hey, I want to introduce you to Elizabeth Conroy. She was gracious enough to let us use this space to film this last segment. And you want to talk about yourself and your company?
Yes, thank you. Thanks for stopping by our booth. I'm the Chief Compliance Officer for Ohio Ordinance Works. We're a small manufacturer out of Chardon, Ohio, northeast of Cleveland. We have 110 employees. We manufacture machine guns for the U.S. government, for foreign governments, for our military, and we also have a civilian line of firearms that we manufacture as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. We had to redirect the flow. In fact, Al was helping us to direct people around, so I know we were kind of in the way, and so I wanted to
I
give
think
you...
I cut you off. I'm sorry before I didn't
No,
walk
you
in front
did
of
fine.
your
You
video.
did fine.
Fine.
You did fine. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Hope your show was good.
It's been